Hi everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm doing a highly requested video, and that is a review of the Vieve Ninetease eyeshadow palettes, and I'm also going to be testing out the new Vieve Brat lipstick and Brat lip liner. The Brat lip liner has been around for a while, but the lipstick in the shade Brat is a new addition to the Vieve collection. I did my very first Vieve review, I think a month or two ago, where I tried the brand for the very first time, and I was very impressed. So I have just been looking at Vieve products. I want to collect them a little bit. I even ordered a Vieve sweatshirt, so I'm totally into the brand at the moment, but I still want to give you guys my honest review today. I posted on Instagram that I got this palette, and a lot of you guys wanted to see a review, so that's what we're doing today. But before we start, if you are new here, then hi, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you found it. I upload beauty videos every single week, and I would love it if you subscribed. But for now, if you want to see my thoughts on the Vieve Ninetease eyeshadow palettes and the lip kit, then please keep watching. So like I said, right here we have the Vieve Ninetease eyeshadow palette, and this is the brand new palette from the brand Vieve. They have launched two palettes before. The Essentials palette, which I recently reviewed, it's a very pretty like warm brown eyeshadow palette, and then they also have the Muse palette, which I don't have, but I still want to buy it. It's a bit more of like this mauve color story. It looks absolutely stunning as well. But this is the Ninetease palette. Now this palette retails for 52 euros on the Vieve website. You can also get it on Cult Beauty. Now, packaging of this is just a matte black packaging with, I think these are leopards on there. So the palette just has a bit of a magnetic closure, and then when you open it up, here you see the beautiful grungy, cool-toned color story. I never really wear a lot of cool-toned eyeshadows, but I was excited to buy this and give them a try. This has a 12-month shelf life. It is made in Italy, and it is also vegan and cruelty-free for those who were wondering. So I love Vieve for their matte formula, so the fact that we got 7 mattes in here just makes me excited, and I'm excited to give this palette a try. And then also from the Vieve website, I picked up the Brat lip kit. I believe you save like 5% if you bought the lip kit, but I already wanted to try out both for the video, so I was like, a 5% saving is better than nothing. But like I said, the Vieve lip definer in the shade Brat has been around for a little while, so if you want to see my thoughts on the Vieve Ninetease eyeshadow palette and then also my thoughts on the Brat lip kit, then I think we should just get started with the tutorial and show you guys what these products look like on the eye and lips. So here I am with half of my makeup on. I just have my base makeup on, and then I of course want to try out the palette in today's video and also the Brat lip kit that I ordered from the Vieve website, like you've seen in the intro. Now this is such a stunning palette. You guys have already seen it in the intro shots, but I think it's just very refreshing to see a palette with this many cool tones. We always see so many warm toned eyeshadow palettes, and I just think it's very fun and refreshing to finally see like a big cool toned palette. Now as you can see, I'm holding something else in my hand as well, and this is actually the Vieve Eye one. So this is in the shade of Vanilla, and I'm going to use this as a base because I just wanted to test that out as well for today's video. I've seen some people use these as eye bases, and I thought honestly it was a really good idea to sort of like create an even canvas. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scribble this on my eye, and then I used this one time before last week, and I found that it dries really fast. So I'm just going to apply it like that, and then I'm immediately going to blend that out with a brush, so before I actually do the other eye. So as you can see, that just created a nice and even canvas. So as a YouTuber, I really like that this palette is like foldable. It's really easy to hold and see as well. But the first shade I'm going to be using is this one called Skimp, and then I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid to sort of like set that base. And I think I'm just going to use a mix of the matte shades in here and then also apply some shimmer shades, and my camera battery is already flashing red, so that is great. So I'm just going to apply this shade on this dual-ended Sigma brush, and I'm just going to apply it all over the lid, basically to set that eye base that we just applied. Blend it out easily, and it looks nice as a base on the eye. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this sort of like cool toned beige called Face, and I'm going to apply that in the crease, and this just looks like a perfect transition color. That is really pretty. So that blended out nicely. We're not done blending yet, but I now want to add a little bit of the shade Low Rise here. It's definitely a bit more of a cool toned gray. So it's looking like a true cool toned eye look. So now I'm going to take a little bit of the shade 93, and I'm going to see if we can warm it up a little bit with the shade. Now taking this clean blending brush, I'm going to go over all those edges to create a smoother blend. Taking that lightest shade to go over the edges. So that blended out quite nicely, and I do really like how that is looking. I'm also going to take the shade Low Rise on this flat side and add it to the lower lash line. So then taking this really big blending brush, I'm going to make sure we have blended it all together nicely, and with my finger, I'm going to be using the shade VHS and apply that all over the lid. The shimmer is a bit more of like a satin shimmer rather than like a really impactful shimmer, but it does look pretty. I feel like it just looks a little bit too deep. So when you look at these two shimmers side by side, they look really similar, but I feel like this one looks a lot deeper on the eye than it does in the pan. So to lighten that up a little bit, I'm going to be using the shade Dial Up in the inner corners. I feel like we need to balance out the lower lash line a little bit more since the eye look came out quite deep. So I'm going to take a little bit more of, I think, the shade Low Rise and apply it to the lower lash line to sort of balance it out. And I feel like to balance it out, I want to deepen up the outer corners just a little bit as well. So I think I'm going to use the shade Suit for that on this fluffy brush and just like pack it on the outer corner. Because I don't really like it when the shimmer is deeper than the mattes. I feel like it looks a little bit strange, so I feel like I need to deepen it up. That already looks much better. I want to take that lightest shade one more time on this tiny pencil brush and make everything a little bit lighter at the top right here because I feel like it's looking a bit too deep. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to be applying some mascara right now. So then I'll be back and give some more detailed thoughts on this palette, and we're also going to be trying out the lip kit. So here I am with the mascara on my eyes. I feel like I do so not look like myself with the deep eye look. I'm just not used to it. For the eye look, I do like how it turned out. I felt the mattes were really easy to use, just like the Vieve Essentials palette. They're really easy to blend. They apply nicely even on my hooded eyes. The shimmer is nice. I feel like it looks better on camera than it does in real life. And what I mean by that mostly is now I'm sitting behind a ring light and I feel like the light is sort of like catching off my eye look, which makes it look a bit more reflective. I was just in the bathroom looking at myself in the mirror and I could barely tell the shimmer. It was just like a dark wash off color on my eyelid, and I would like the shimmers to be a bit more impactful. I had that same issue with the Vieve Essentials palettes. I still love that palette basically because the mattes are so easy to blend. So my conclusion is that this is a lovely eyeshadow palette if you're into these cool grungy tones. However, if you're looking for like really impactful shimmers, this one may not be it. And I just have to get used to like a cool toned eye look on myself, but I do really like it and I think it's pretty. So I'll probably still get a lot of use out of this. But now I want to move on to the lip products because we have the Brat lip combo here. And the Brat is, I think, a new lipstick shade that launched in this 90s collection. The Brat lip liner has been around for a little longer, but this lipstick recently launched in this collection and I thought this was the most special one. I already have the 90s lipstick. I left it at work so I can't really show it to you right now, but I have showed it in my previous Vieve review, so if you want to check that out, I'll try to link it down below. But here we have the Brat lipstick and the lip liner, of course. So this is what the Vieve lip liners look like. They just come in this really like sleek black packaging. These are actually made in Germany with a 24-month shelf life. I'm going to give that a swatch. So this is what the lip liner in the shade Brat looks like. It looks like a gorgeous sort of like muted red shade. I feel like it might be similar to that Rare Beauty lipstick in a shade Bold I recently picked up. It's also sort of like a muted red, so I feel like it's a lot more wearable than like an actual red. Packaging of this lipstick is just really special. Normally the Vieve lipsticks come in matte black faux leather packaging, and this is really reflective gold with like leopard print on there. I think it's really cool. So I'm just going to apply this to my lips and see what it looks like. So this is what the lip liner looks like. It's the same formula as the Vieve one in Velvet Sands I already own, and I love the Vieve lip liner formula, so this one is already getting a thumbs up. I also think it's a beautiful shade. And what I'm now going to do is probably the most Instagram thing ever, and that is I'm actually going to try to apply this with the back side because I still need to take photos of this and I didn't have time to do it before this video, and I want it to look unused, so I'm going to apply it in a very So that looked really dumb, but now I still have this beautiful lipstick that looks somewhat unused, so I can still take pretty pictures of it for Instagram, which is what I do. So this one is definitely getting a big thumbs up for me as well. I feel like this is going to be a very beautiful fall autumn lip color that a lot of people will like. So that is the lipstick in the shade Brat. So then that brings us to the end of this Vieve review. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought of the products we tried out today. Do you like them? Do you maybe not like them as much? I personally love the palette. It's different for me, but I just have to get used to it. I barely wear cool tones, but I'm excited to give them a try. I feel like cool tones look so beautiful with a red lip. I'm totally going to get a lot of use out of this palette, and this lip combo is so me. So if you did enjoy this video, then I would absolutely love it if you give it a thumbs up. So don't forget to subscribe and turn the notification bell if you don't miss any of my videos. All of these things would help me so much with my channel, and I'd really appreciate it. But with that said, and thank you guys all so much for watching. I really hope you have an amazing day, and I really hope to see you in my next video. Bye!